Oh, hello. Games Workshop misses own deadline. Kill Team players disappointed. That's right. Today I'm bringing you the news that Games Workshop has missed its own roadmap deadlines in regards to the Kill Team box. So over on the left-hand side here, you can see all of the roadmaps they published at Warhammer Fest. I've kind of staggered them because some of them, like the 40k one, went over until spring. Most of them ran over until winter. The Warcry one also ran over until spring, so there's a little bit of a stagger going on. We are coming up for the end of autumn. We now know with today's previews of the Christmas boxes and the Sunday preview, we now know everything that's going to release in the month of November, which is the end of autumn. Please don't count me with telling me about the solstice or the traditional, There's a commonly understood... I mean, look, I wish Games Workshop would use fiscal quarters to define their roadmaps. They use seasons. There's a commonly held kind of understanding of what are seasons, which months they go in, that's used by most people. I know that you can define them in other ways. If you want to have hope based on... solstices, then that's fine. I don't want to take that off you, but yeah, it's just sad. I've explained this quite poorly. So here's a consolidated view of all the roadmaps. This is the kind of amazing content you get if you join the Discord server. So you can see all the things in the first column there that are mostly green. Those are the things that are supposed to be coming out in autumn. And everything except for Kill Team Season 3 Box 1, the Scouts and the Scorpions, has either been released or it's been previewed and we know when it's coming out. It's on pre-order or it will be on pre-order next week. So, yeah. What's really interesting is that the Kill Team Season 3 Box 1 was previewed at an event alongside Warhammer the Old World, Necrons and AdMech for 40k. And again, Seas of Sigmar and Dawnbringers, and the Seas of Sigmar and Dawnbringers stuff then came out pretty swiftly. But the AdMech, the Necrons, the Warhammer the Old World, well, the AdMech and the Necrons are on roadmaps for winter, so December to February. And Warhammer the Old World wasn't on any of the roadmaps, but they have said that's going to be the first big release in January. And we can see what else is supposed to be coming in winter. 30k Plastic Mystery Army, that's commonly held to be Solar Auxilia, so I expect that. Plastic Legion Assault Squad, resin characters and upgrades, probably for the Solar Auxilia. Kill Team Season 3 Box 2, which seems like a bit of a push. Are we going to get now 2 boxes? Maybe one pops out in January, near the start of January, and one pops out in February, but 2 Kill Team releases almost on top of each other after a big long gap? I don't know. Warhammer Underworld's Destruction Warband, Warhammer Underworld's Rival Decks, Warcry 2 new warbands. Don't have any insight there, I'm afraid. But the AOS Mystery Battle Tome, they've started to tease that as well on the Games Workshop website. So that's pretty clearly going to be in the November preview, and it's pretty clearly going to be Flesh Eater Cuts. It just seems that Kill Teams, weirdly, is the only thing. It's just slipped back. Obviously, you've got Legion Imperialis, which isn't on here, and that's also disappeared in the same way. But Legion Imperialis, they never... First of all, yeah, okay, biases. I care less about Legion Imperialis. But secondly, they never actually committed to a date for that, right? They never said, oh, it's definitely coming out of this particular month. So, yeah, this is the news. And I know some people will be saying to me, but Phil, it's only November the 5th. How do you know that they've missed the deadline? Well, we're on a 2-week pre-order preview, which means that the Sunday preview from today is going to be what's out on Saturday in 3 weeks' time, right? Because in a week it'll go on pre-order, and 2 weeks after that it'll be released. So we know the schedule for November. We're currently on Sunday the 5th. We know that we're getting, on Saturday, is the Cities of Sigmar. The Saturday after that is going to be the two resin dwarves and the resin heresy fella. And the Saturday after that is going to be these 40k and Age of Sigmar big Christmas boxes. Is what it is. yeah. I think it makes sense, right, for Games Workshop. Like, it's Black Friday weekend there, right? Which is, as I said in a previous video, it didn't used to be a huge deal in this country, but it kind of is now. People do care about Black Friday, so they're putting out their discount boxes, and maybe there will be decent discounts for people that want them on the Saturday immediately after Black Friday. Maybe that was an immovable feast in the marketing calendar, right? Because they'd worked that out, that was when they wanted to bring those out, so that's why they couldn't fit in Kill Team, or even, do you know, if we got bombed for Legion Imperialis, then I kind of understand it. Because there are a lot of people out there as well, not me, there are a lot of people out there that are really hyped for Legion Imperialis, and maybe they deserve their thing there as well, you know. But instead we get the Christmas big... I know people will be hyped for the Christmas big boxes, like my loss is somebody else's game, for sure. I don't have any hope that these will be out now before January. Games Workshop never releases anything of note in December. Yeah, which is why I've always poo-pooed the suggestion that the winter on the roadmaps correlates with... Because some people have said to me that because Kill Team, the roadmap 2023 says 2023 and has winter, well, the only part of winter that's also in 2023 is December, and they've read it that way, which I just... Nah, I could be wrong. I'd enjoy to be wrong. I get loads of Kill Team stuff, but I just can't see anything of note coming out in December. It's usually just like some made-to-order stuff. The Boxing Day preview manager. I did go back and look at last year's December releases. We did get the Battle for Osgiliath Lord of the Rings box, which it's really hard for me to say if that's a big release or not. I think what that is a targeted, like it's a box that doesn't necessarily appeal to the average. Somebody might grab that as a Christmas present for somebody that really likes Lord of the Rings and doesn't know what Warhammer really is. You know what I mean? It fits a niche. Like, I could just about see Legion Imperialis sneaking out in December because it's a big box that just about works as a Christmas thing, right? So if they're going to bring out anything useful, they'll bring out that. But honestly, I expect a smattering of made-to-orders and books and other bits and pieces, and you know, I could be surprised. I hope to be surprised, but I don't think I will be. I guess I should have listened to Chapter Master Valrak. I should have listened to Glass Half Dead, who made a video on this straight after Valrak said it. He was straight after the gate, so yes, it has been cancelled. It's not going to come until 2024. I had hope because I looked at it and, you know, there's no reason those Christmas box sets couldn't have been coming out for the first Saturday in December instead. That would have fitted the pattern. So it does look like to me, that we are not going to get our Kill Team release. When it was, you know, when they undertook when they undertook to give it, which is just, yeah, there is a feeling of being let down, you know, yeah. I put this in here mainly for me, because I knew narrating this PowerPoint would make me feel unreasonably emotional. And do you know, those of you that know me that sit on the Discord know that I try and be a stoic person. I'm actually quite rubbish at it, but like the reason I bang on about it is to help myself. If I didn't need the crutch of the quotations and the reminders to try and live in a better way, then I wouldn't bang on. You know, people who are really good at being stoic don't have to go on about it because it comes naturally, so it doesn't come naturally to me. But I should reflect that actually the only thing that's annoyed me is myself, right? Something's happened, okay, right, and the amount I allow myself to be disturbed by that is entirely within my own control. So, don't let it ruin your Sunday evenings. And I am aware that I'm putting, a lot of people have said to me, I really, your channel's one of those positive Kill Team channels, or Games Workshop channels, or hobby channels that's out there on the web. And a lot of people really like that, because I get it. People come to YouTube to look at hobby stuff because it's what they want to do for fun, to make themselves smile. So it's just one of those things that when you get let down, you get let down. But try not to take it personally. It's just a thing that's happening in the world. You've had no control of it. You couldn't have made it any better. It's disappointing. And, I think it's reasonable to be somewhat sceptical of Games Workshop roadmaps in the future and take them as, things that they intend to do, things that they want to happen, rather than things that will happen. But yeah, it's life, isn't it? Ignore the fact that I left an old slide in there. Let's go on to final thoughts. So yeah, it looks like there are problems at Games Workshop, and I'm sure there are lots of reasons that you can ascribe to that. The new website, which apparently it was also still late, but it isn't finished, but they had to put it up for various reasons, to do with it tying into the back end of the new warehouse and the robots and everything else. So. Legions Imperialis, so apparently with its dodgy bit of text that they had to get reprinted or whatever that went on with that, right? But what still irritates me, even though it shouldn't, but it sort of does, is Games Workshop, obviously marketing machine, they won't want to draw attention to the fact that they messed up. Because there'll be a lot of people out there that aren't me and haven't made something like this and aren't continually tracking what's supposed to be coming out and where it is and what it matches up with. There'll be a lot of people that forgot that this roadmap was shown at Warhammerfest, and they won't know that they were promised something that they now don't have because they aren't as kind of laser focused on it. So if they were to come out with an article and say, "Oh yeah, we're sorry we missed this," blah 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 blah, here are the reasons why. I can certainly see why they don't do that, because it would hurt them more than it would help them. But it would repair their relationship with me personally, and I'm sure I'm not a minority of one of people who think that way. Now look, I'm sure we can live without the new plastic, right? Actually sure we can enjoy Kill Team without a new release. That's a nice... I played Kill Team on Friday, I had a really good game with Zimbad. It's not as if Kill Team stops because the releases stop, but, as I've said before, pauses like this do cause people to drift away from the game. I mean, I put out a video about Shatterpoint a couple of days ago because I'm looking for other things to get excited about. If you watch Glass Half Dead, he's sort of wibbling and wobbling about Underworlds and other different pieces. He's been looking at different games for a while. He's not putting out Kill Team every single week either. Yeah. And a lot of that ties into, there's just less to talk about. You can't make a video that's like, Kill Team is still fun with the teams that you had, unless we get an FAQ or a new release or a new book or a new this or a new that, or something happens in the world. There's less to talk about. So, sorry for the uncharacteristically flat video tonight, but, needed pointing out to people, I guess. Do consider all the YouTube things, cheer me up a little bit. Like, subscribe, comment. Join the Discord if you're not on the Discord. You really are missing out. Yeah, really are missing out. Like, subscribe, comment, consider channel membership. If you have the spare cash and you enjoy my content. Although I'm sure that this video is a little low energy because I'm a little bit right, but in general they're quite. Go and watch 2 or 3 other videos. If you're not generally watching all my content, and just go and watch it. Then if you like it, then subscribe. And we're trying to get to 10k subscribers. We're a long way off, but we're at 1.5, which is a nice round number now. That's good. Anyway, I'm rambling, so I'll leave it there. Have a great evening, and I'll see you on Tuesday for a live stream when I'm sure we can all commiserate the fact that they've missed their Kill Team deadlines. All right, until then, cheery bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye.